So, one way I've really experienced Jesus as the bridegroom is with regards to this. It's like I remember one time I was in adoration, so I was before Jesus during a holy hour, and I remember thinking, or rather, the thought came quite strongly to me. I was thinking about some family issues, and I was thinking about how it was like it was like strongest imagery came to my head of like, why do you carry this alone, kind of thing. And it's like in the same way when a husband and wife marry, their families become one in the sense that it's like, you know, your mother, your mother-in-law, like my mom is not your mother-in-law, you know, your mom is not my mother. It's like your mom, my mom is your, you just say mother-in-law and all that stuff that happens now. And it's like, and so you have, especially in K-drama, where they show it very well, it's like, um, where it's like the the son-in-law can get along better with the wife's mom than she does, that kind of thing. And it's like, and you know, that kind of, but it's like this thing of where it's like your mom becomes my mom. You know what I'm saying? Your family becomes my family. Therefore, your family burdens become my family burdens. It's like this, um, it's like the two shall become one flesh, and they are now family. You know, but so they share family, and so you share family issues as well. This kind of intimacy, this kind of closeness, and experiencing that with Jesus can be so powerfully life changing in that it makes you realize you don't have to go through it alone, which I think so often ends up being the case because usually your family issues, because they're private, um, you can kind of find yourself carrying them alone. But with Jesus, not to be the case. And in fact, it really doesn't have to be the case, like, because he is the spouse of your soul. And so that that deep prayer, that very intimate prayer, close prayer, that just spoke directly into my heart, kind of thing. That Jesus spoke directly into my heart. It really, really has stuck with me, and I think it broke down whatever walls that may have existed between myself and Jesus. I think it was really then that I really started to consider him as my spouse, my mystical spouse, spouse of my soul, you know. But then without all the trying to be politically correct and get the words right, since I'm called to religious life, I think it makes sense. For me to say that was the first time where it really felt like Jesus is my husband, that kind of thing, and that was really cool. That was really cool to summarize. So that's my thought for Rosary In A Year day 36, 35. And yeah, I hope this blesses someone today. Okay, onwards.